Beauty is a curse, Psyche thought, as she looked over the cliff's edge where her father had abandoned her. Born with such physical perfection that she was worshipped as a new incarnation of Venus, the goddess of love, real-life human lovers were too intimidated to approach her. Seeking guidance from the oracle of Apollo, the god of light, reason, and prophecy, her father was told to abandon her on a rocky crag where she would marry a cruel, serpent-like winged evil. Alone on the crag, Psyche felt Zephyr, the west wind, gently lift her into the air and set her down before a palace. "You are home," she heard an unseen voice say. "Your husband awaits you in the bedroom if you dare to meet him." Psyche told herself she was brave enough. The bedroom was so dark that she couldn't see her husband, but he didn't feel serpent-like at all. His skin was soft and his voice and manner were gentle. She asked who he was, but he told her this was the one question he could never answer. If she loved him, she wouldn't need to know. His visits continued night after night, and before long, Psyche was pregnant. She rejoiced, but was also conflicted. How could she raise her baby with a man she'd never seen? That night, Psyche approached her sleeping husband holding an oil lamp. What she found was the god Cupid, who made gods and humans fall in love with a pinprick of his arrows. Psyche dropped her lamp, burning Cupid with hot oil. He told her he'd been in love with her ever since his jealous mother Venus asked him to embarrass her by pricking her with an arrow. Taken with Psyche's beauty, Cupid used the arrow on himself. However, he didn't believe that gods and humans could love as equals. Now that she knew his true form, their hopes for happiness were dashed. So he flew away. Psyche was left in despair until the unseen voice returned and told her it was indeed possible for her and Cupid to love each other as equals. Encouraged, she set out to find him. But Venus intercepted Psyche and said she and Cupid could only wed if she completed a series of impossible tasks. First, Psyche was told to sort a huge, messy pile of seeds in a single night. Just as she was abandoning hope, an ant colony took pity on her and helped with the work, successfully passing the first trial. Next, Psyche had to bring Venus the fleece of the golden sheep, who had a reputation for disemboweling stray adventurers. But a river god showed her how to collect the fleece the sheep had snagged on briars, and she succeeded. Finally, Psyche had to travel to the underworld and convince Persephone, queen of the dead, to put a drop of her beauty in a box for Venus. Once again, the unseen voice came to Psyche's aid. It told her to bring barley cakes for Cerberus, the guard dog of the underworld, and coins to pay the boatman Charon to ferry her across the river Styx. With her third and final task complete, Psyche returned to the land of the living, just outside Venus's palace. She opened the box of Persephone's beauty, hoping to keep some for herself. But the box was filled with sleep, not beauty, and Psyche collapsed on the road. Cupid, now recovered from his wounds, flew in with sleeping Psyche. He told her he'd been wrong and foolish. Her fearlessness in the face of the unknown proved that she was more than his equal. Cupid gave Psyche ambrosia, the nectar of the gods, making her immortal. Shortly after, Psyche bore their daughter, whom they named Pleasure. Together, Cupid and Psyche, whose name means soul, have been complicating people's love lives ever since.